Hello, welcome future gifter to the Ujamaa Cooperative Economics Friends and Family Share Group. This group has been around for about 10 years. We want to start off with our legal disclaimer. We are not the originator, creator, or owner of the Ujamaa Cooperative Economics platform. This presentation is for the sole purpose of sharing information that was shared with us. It is not our intention to convince anyone to participate. We are simply providing the platform details for those who are interested. Now, what should you expect from this co-op? Well, you will join a community of like-minded individuals that support, empower, and motivate one another to go after their goals, dreams, and aspirations. You will have access to our co-op business directory, which embodies businesses of those who are members of this co-op. You will also be privy to weekly co-op talks and calls, prayers, daily prayers in the morning, and so much more. The lotus flower symbolizes purity. The lotus flower emerges from murky waters, perfectly clean and beautiful, so it is also a symbol for purity. The meaning of the lotus flower holds such power because it can offer hope and strength to people struggling in their daily lives. It is a symbol that shows that no matter where you start off in your life and no matter what you're going through, you have the ability to rise above, overcome all negativity, and find bliss. Yes, bliss as you emerge from your struggles. Now let's look at the lotus in reference to Ujamaa and this whole process. We have the four elements that represents the flower: fire, air, earth, and water. So let's look at week one. Week one, everyone enters as a fire on week one, and we always enter on a Sunday. What does this mean? When you enter as a fire, you are joining the co-op. You have your $500 ready to gift to your assigned water. You also have two committed people who will join you on week two. We call these two people your forever two. If for some reason you don't have two committed people when you are ready to join, you probably should wait until you have those two. That is so much a part of the process, is imperative. And also, those two should have two people ready to join after them, in addition to the $500 gift. Once you join, you occupy the title of fire for that entire week. That is your week one. Let's look at week two. On week two, you become air. And the two committed people that came in, that are coming in, are now in the fire position, and they will gift their assigned water $500, just as you did last week on your week one. So, there you see, you have moved into the air position, and there are your two fires, your forever two. Week three. You now move into the earth position. Your two committed people become air. Their two committed people become fire. So let's look back. Week two, you moved into the air position and you brought in your two fires, your forever two. Now you're in week three and you've moved to the earth position. Your two committed people are now in the air position. And now their two committed are in the fire position. Let's move on to week 4, the week we've been waiting for. You now become water. You are now water. And your two committed people become earth. Their two committed people become air. And finally, their two committed people become fire. So there you see when you were air. Then week 3, you moved into the earth position. And now you are in week 4. And this is when you are the water. Your two committed become earth. Their two committed become air. And each of their two committed become fire. That is 8 fires. And those fires are the ones who will gift you now in your week 4. That is 21 days after you joined. You are gifted $4,000. Now remember, when you joined on week 1, you gifted $500 to the water that you were assigned to. On your week 4, when you are the water, you will be gifted $4,000, but you will turn right around on week 5, the next week after you're gifted, and start the process all over again. What that means is you will now gift the person you gifted your first week again. Out of your $4,000 gift, you will give $500 and you will have remaining $3,500. You do not ever have to bring anybody else in after this completed process. You just repeat it over and over again each and every month. So again, you start as a fire. Week 2, you move into the air position. Week 3, you are earth. And week 4, you move into the water position. And there's your flower. We call this your closed flower. When you become water, your flower closes, and all those people that are in your flower will always be in your flower each and every month. Now let's look at a closed flower in real time. So we have Lynn, who is water. She's water now. Her forever 2 are Janelle and Joyce. Janelle's forever 2 are Jennifer and Cynthia. Joyce's forever 2 are D'Amico and Jean. Then Jean has her forever 2, Brenda S. and Sandra. D'Amico has his forever 2, Connie and Chelsea. Then Jennifer has her forever 2, Sophia and Darian. And finally, Cynthia has her forever 2, Christine and Brenda J. And that is Lynn's completed flower. These people will always be in her completed flower. And after she's watered on day 21, she starts over the next week and resows in the fire position to the person she sowed to the first time she joined. And this continues, it's perpetual, it continues over and over again each month. So for you business-minded people, let's look at this in an organizational chart type view. Let's start with Lynn, who is in the water, and her forever 2 are Janelle and Joyce. Janelle's forever 2 are Cynthia and Jennifer. Joyce's forever 2 are Jean and D'Amico. Cynthia's forever 2 are Brenda and Christine. Jennifer's forever 2 are Sophia and Darian. Jean's forever 2 are Brenda S. and Sandra. And finally, D'Amico's forever 2 are Connie and Chelsea. So that's a different view that might help some of you see it even more clearer. Now, let's go further in this description. Let's look at one person moving through the whole progression of the flower from the organizational flow chart or organizational chart type view. Let's call her Christine. Christine comes in as a fire, as do everyone. And when you come into this co-op, you come in as a fire and you are ready to gift the person who was assigned as your water. And you also have two people ready to come in the next week. So there's Christine. And the next week, week 2 for Christine, her two fires come in, Jean and Debbie. And these again are called her Forever Two. The third week, Christine is in the co-op. She moves to the earth position. Now you can see that Jean and Debbie move to the air position. And Jean has brought in her two, Darlene F. and Vontae H. Debbie has brought in her two, Thomas B. and Levette D. Now, week 4, Christine is water. Day 21 for Christine. Now, if you look, Jean and Debbie, Christine's Forever 2, have moved into the earth position. Jean's Forever 2, Darlene and Vontae, have now brought on their Forever 2. Darlene's Forever 2 are Derek and Tamika. Vontae's Forever 2 are Brishayla and Carla. Debbie also, her Forever 2, Thomas and Levette, have brought in their Forever 2. Thomas's Forever 2 are Lamont and Andrew. Levette's Forever 2 are Carmen and Samuel. Now this is Christine's completed flower. She is in the water, and those 8 fires gifted her $500 each on yesterday. So her flower now closes. What does that mean? The people that you see right here will always be in her flower. And what will happen the next week, Christine will start all over again in the fire position and water the person that she watered the very first time. And we will go through this progression again for another 4 weeks until she's watered again. And we continue to re-sow $500 to the water that we started out with. And that's how we continue the progression. Now, but let's look at this further. We want to see what happens with Jean and Debbie. The flower has to split now, and they each will have their own flower. Let's look at Jean. Jean has Darlene and Vontae. Jean is now water. Darlene is now earth, and so is Vontae. They've moved now because this is Jean's day 21, week 4. Darlene and Vontae are in their week 3. Their 2 fires, Darlene's 2 fires, Derek and Tamika, and Vontae's 2 fires, Brishayla and Carla. Now going to bring in their Forever 2. And if you notice there, Derek, Tamika, Brishayla, and Carla became air on their week 2. Now Derek's Forever 2 are coming in as 2 fires. Tamika's Forever 2 are coming in as 2 fires. Brishayla's Forever 2 are coming in as 2 fires. And so are Carla's Forever 2. Those 8 fires will water Jean on next Sunday. They will be coming in on next Sunday, and they will water Jean. So you see how that split happens. Now the same thing will happen for Debbie. Debbie is now water. Thomas and Levette become earth. Thomas's Forever 2 become air. So does Levette's Forever 2 become air. Now Lamont and Andrew, Thomas's Forever 2, will bring in their Forever 2. There's Lamont's. There's Andrew's. So, same thing with Levette's Forever 2. Carmen will bring in her Forever 2. Samuel will bring in his Forever 2. Now those 8 fires will water Debbie on next Sunday. This will be day 21 for Jean and Debbie. So hopefully you can see here how the flower splits and what happens. Everyone will move through that same progression. Everyone will move from fire to air, from air to earth, and from earth to water. And the fires that come in will water them. Now, things we need to remember. Ladies and gentlemen, your flower reflects you. It is so important that you choose people, or your forever two and their forever two and so forth will be people of like mindedness, that they will be people that are trustworthy, that you can count on. Their words are bond. So when you get ready to join, you have your $500 gift, but you also want to have verbal commitments of people that you trust who will be your forever two. So we ask that you invite and have two verbal commitments when you come in. And this is one time. You don't have to ask two people anymore after this one time. But it is essential to understand, in addition to having your $500 gift ready to give to the water when you come in as a fire, that you have two verbal commitments that you can count on who will join the next week, which would be your second week. This is equally important to gifting the water $500. Please have two committed people ready to come in the week after you join as fire. Please ensure that the two friends and family members are working on inviting their two friends and family. And it goes on, so forth and so on. Everybody who comes in as fire must bring in two people with them. Now, if it gets to be a problem that you can't get two people, you should wait until you are able to get two committed people to be your forever twos, because in the end it will affect you, and we want everybody to reap more than what they've sown. There's a one-time out-of-pocket gift of the $500, and after that, on your 21st day, you will reap $4,000, but you're going to take $500 out to re-sow to the same person you sowed to the very first time you joined on the next week, week 5. But how about receiving $3,500 every month for as long as possible? What could you do with that? Well, some of the things you can do is supplement your income or supplement your retirement. You can also hire a granny or nanny to your expectations. You can reduce your debt or clear out your debt altogether. Education, maybe you want to go to school, or maybe you have student loans. You don't have to get a loan to go to school. You have a child that is getting ready to go to school. You don't have to get loans out for that. You should be able to pay for their education out of your pocket. You can also plan for a wonderful vacation when time permits and when we are in a safer environment. Emergency funds. Experts say that we should have at least 6 months of expenses saved up, at least 6 months. But we can go beyond that so that if a disaster hits, somewhat like we're dealing with now, we will be able to take care of ourselves and our family members. You can remodel your home, purchase a new car, that car you've been looking at, and maybe pay cash and not even have to get a loan. Start a business. Anything that you have on your bucket list or in your dreams, you can possibly reach now by joining this wonderful co-op. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. I hope you understood. I hope this is something that you are excited about, because we are certainly excited about bringing our families to, bringing them through to generational wealth and doing the things that we've had in our hearts to do but not been able to do before now. Thank you so much.